Hey everyone, how y'all doing? Got another knife review video for you. And today, I kind of figured it was time to do the full review on this Benchmade Mini Presidio II. I've had this for just about a month. I have absolutely carried this every single day since I've gotten it. If you saw my unboxing, I was pretty excited about it, and I was pretty amazed at how it felt in hand and the weight and feel of it and everything. I knew I was gonna like it. I don't think I knew I was gonna like it as much as I do, because like I said, this is the only folding knife I have carried for 31 days or 32 days straight. It's either 31 or 32, and let me tell you, I put this thing through the paces. I had some projects going on around the house, doing the bathroom remodel. Still, that's taken forever. Had to stop that, do a repair on the back of the house, the back door. The little back door is like a little room, so it's got a little peaked roof, and then this little tiny roof midway down the wall to the, that was for the back, the utility closet down there. Well, I haven't looked inside that closet in probably 5-6 years. Well, found out we had a roof leak, and it kind of rotted stuff out, so we had to tear the roof off, redo the roof, tear the one wall out off, and redo all that. And I've used this knife for so much. I didn't do most of the cuts I did on the tar paper, shingles, and all that. I used my Milwaukee fastback button lock utility knife, which I'm going to do a review on because that's pretty awesome. But there was times where I left that down on the ground and the sawhorses are up on the roof, vice versa, and I pulled this out, used it because I didn't want to climb the ladder up or down or something like that. So I've opened bundles of shingles. I've cut some tar paper. I actually used it to pop up some staples that I put in the tar paper. I went too far down. Didn't leave room to put the next row up under it. So yeah, I was getting in there, popping them up like this. One time I turned it and I popped it this way, and I did put a chip in the blade. It's right up here. I did sharpen it. I did try to get that chip out. You can see it more from this side than this side. But yeah, I mean, I was being careful starting with. I was prying this way, and somehow I accidentally pried the wrong way, and yeah, I put a chip in it. So I sharpened it, get that chip out. At that point, it did not need sharpening, but I sharpened it, and I left a pretty toothy edge on it. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I cut, strapping, plastic straps. Like, I had a piece out here that I use for cut testing. Don't see it, but anyways, the plastic bands around boxes and stuff. I've cut that. I cut open bundles of shingles. I've used it. I cut some tar paper. I did not use this on any shingles, but in the bathroom, going back in there working, I've used this a ton. It's cut down tons of cardboard. I mean, we had cardboard from the vanity, the sink, all the flooring, all that stuff. Besides all that cardboard, my daughter is packing up, moving, and she's ordered all kinds of stuff, for a new place. So all the Amazon boxes and stuff cut down with this. So, my excitement for this from when I did the unboxing hasn't waned at all. I absolutely you know, spoiler alert, I absolutely love this knife. I love EDC in it. I think it's an awesome EDC knife. But yeah, enough of that gabbing about that stuff. As usual, you know, we'll go over the specs, do some size comparisons, tell you what I like, what I don't like, the good, the bad, all that stuff. But yeah, I mean, first, here's the box that came in. It is in the black class, you know, 575-1. I think it's 575BK-1 actually. Mini Presidio II. It's listed in their tactical group, black class. I don't know exactly why it's in the tactical class. This is the mini. I could see the full size being that way because that one's huge. And but I think this is an awesome EDC knife. You know, it should be in the blue class, EDC categorized, but it's in the tactical. That's okay. You know, the box, other than being a black one instead of a blue one that I'm used to, same stuff. Comes in a little Benchmade, little kind of microfiber pouch that you can use to wipe stuff down. The little access card, Benchmade's use, care, and warranty information. So that's that. That's how it came. But yeah, get to go over the specs. Overall length on this is 7.48 inches. So you didn't know it's called mini. It's not that mini, and you'll see when we do size comparisons. Excuse me. Blade length is 3.2. Handle length is 4.34. It is S30V steel. Drop point, flat grind, bead blasted. It's got an awesome swedge up here on top. You know, they call it a drop point. It was pretty close to mine, close to a spear point. But yeah, I like the bead blast on this. That's pretty nice. Handle, move on to the handle. The length is 4.34. The width this way, down here it's 0.92. This, around this area, down here it's just about 1 inch. Very nice. What's the length of the handle? 4.34. And I can get full grip on this thing, all 4 fingers, nice and comfortable. Like I always say, I wear extra large size gloves. The handle thickness is a little bit wider, thicker than a lot of knives now. It is 0.55, and I don't mind that at all. I think it adds to it, fills my hand up, and get to ergos, you know, I'll talk more about it, but yeah, it just feels awesome in my hand. So, get to the handle material. This is Benchmade's CF Elite. It is a carbon reinforced nylon polymer. I like it. It doesn't feel cheap plasticky. It's different than the Grivery that they use on like the original Bug Out and the base model Griptilian. There's absolutely no flex to it. The CF Elite is supposed to be like, what they say, 17% lighter, 50% stronger. I like it. I like how it's got these molded ridges in it. This little spot right here, while I'm thinking about it. That little flat spot, that is the landing pad for the pocket clip. So, nice smooth spot for the pocket clip to land. Yeah, I do not mind the CF Elite on the Presidio II. I think it's pretty nice. It does have full stainless steel liners. As you can see, they are milled out for weight reduction. Got the Benchmades Axis Lock, so the action is awesome. It was tighter when I first got it. It's broken in. It's what you expect from a good Benchmade knife with the Axis Lock. I absolutely dig it. Yeah, this handle is pretty sweet. I do like this. But anyways, get back on the pocket clip. It's got Benchmade's loop over deep carry pocket clip. You know, got button head screws in there instead of flathead. But got plenty of room. I have not had any issues, you know, having my pocket hem hang up on those screws at all. It carries not completely, you know, it doesn't completely disappear. You got a little tiny bit sticking up, but it's pretty deep carry. I got in and out of pocket nice. I like this clip. You know, it's a standard Benchmade deep carry clip. The Presidio II is right hand or left hand tip up carry. So that's good. This thing's totally ambidextrous. You know, dual thumb studs, the Axis Lock, you can flip that clip. So that's good. Guess we'll do some size comparisons now. So I'll start out with some of the usual knives. Let's do the Spyderco Paramilitary 2. Try to line the pivots up. How about the Para 3 lightweight? This thing, I'm going to do a video on this, give an update on this. I got a big issue with it. And it's one of my favorite EDC knives also. But as you can see, smaller than the PM2. Overall, it's pretty close to the Para 3 lightweight. Obviously, you can have more cutting edge on the Presidio II. Yeah, pretty close to the Para 3 lightweight. How about the full-size Benchmade Griptilian? A little smaller than that. How about the Ritter Hogue Mini RSK? Fill in for a mini grip. This Mini RSK, this Ritter Hogue, is a little bit longer than Mini Grip, but you can see the Presidio II's fair amount longer than the Mini RSK. Quite a bit smaller than the full-size Griptilian. How about the bug outs? Full-size regular bug out. They're pretty close. Put it up to the Mini. You can see it's a lot bigger than the Mini bug out. And it's a lot bigger than the Mini RSK. So that's what I mean. It's not so mini. It's a good size. How about S30V Elementum? Quite a bit longer than the Elementum. How about the S30V Badlands Vagabond? Now, these are pretty close overall length. I really like this one. Plus it has a forward finger choil. This is an awesome EDC knife. And of course, the Elementum. A lot of people love the Elementum. This is the S30V VN steel one. Down there on the flipper tab. Pretty awesome knife. Yeah, about the size of the Badlands Vagabond or the S30V Ortis, be the same size. How about QSP Penguin? Now, line those up, blade lengths are pretty close. Handle on the Presidio II is a little bit longer than the Penguin. You know, that's another awesome EDC knife. How about the Rat 2? This is the Rat 2 and D2. You can see, definitely pivot to pivot. Presidio's a little bit bigger than the Rat 2. You look at the grip area, like here on the Presidio II, here on the Rat, you got a lot more grip area. You got a lot more cutting length, you know, the blade's longer. So, I almost put the wrong one away. So I guess that's it for the size comparisons. I think most people know what at least a few of those are all about. But yeah, let's go over the good and the bad. You know, I think there's a lot of good. I actually only have one, maybe two bad points on this. Let's talk about the blade. You know, it's S30V in steel. I like S30V in steel. S30V. I have it on several knives. The Paramilitary 2 has it. The Bug Outs have it. The Griptilian has it. I have other knives that have S30V steel. I know how it works. I'm used to it. I know what to expect. I know how to sharpen it. So I'm happy with S30V steel. And the blade style, this drop point, I dig this drop point. I've said before in videos, I think the Bug Out is one of the best EDC knives out there. And if you look at the blades, very, very similar. The swedges are different, which kind of makes them look a little different, but essentially they're pretty close to being the same blade style. I love it. I like that. You know, the geometry of these blades, pretty slicey. I tried measuring behind the edge. It's kind of hard with my calipers are not the best. I got about 22 thousandths to 24 thousandths. And like I said, I didn't fully sharpen this, but I have sharpened it. Try and get that chip out a little bit, so might be a little thicker than straight out of the box now, but it's a pretty slicey knife. Got pretty, you know, nice flat grind. You got the swedge, you know, getting all this out of the way. It does cut through cardboard nice. I'm surprised how easy it is to cut up tonnage of cardboard, because I've done it. So yeah, I love the blade. I like the blade. I think it's great. Up here, they left it, you know, full thickness. If you want to put your thumb up there, place to rest it. You know, if you have the Bug Out, you're used to the Bug Out. The Bug Out might be slightly thinner behind the edge, but they're comparable. Definitely. Action on this thing, kind of touched on it. It's what you expect from a Benchmade Axis Lock knife. You can sit here and do this all day. There's no lock stick, no blade play. It just drops shut, rockets out, easy, and reverse finger flick it. You can usually. Spidey flick it using the thumb studs. But yeah, action's awesome. I have no complaints about the action. Handle, I really have no complaints about the handle. The CF Elite, I like it. It's lightweight, super strong. These molded ridges, good grip on it. It's not irritating, it's not so rough it's irritating. You got jimping in the scales on top and on the bottom. And for being in the, the polymer, they work pretty good. So, no complaints about that. Fits my hand excellent. It's a little thicker, fills my hand nicely. Pocket clip doesn't bother me. Depending on exactly how I'm holding it, I can feel it. But no hot spots. Works good. It functions excellent in and out of pocket. No complaints about that either. Yeah, I think the little extra handle thickness fits me perfect. I have no complaints. Carries excellent, like I said, the clip in and out of pocket nice. Nice profile in pocket. Even though it's 0.55 inches thick, doesn't feel it. It's, it's pretty lightweight for having full stainless steel liners. The Axis Lock cage, all that. I think it's about 3.1 ounces or something. I can't remember. So in grams, it's 90.7 grams. Get the ounces. It's less than 3 ounces. 2.92 ounces. So yeah, it's pretty light. You would think it'd be blade heavy, but this thing is balanced nice. I mean, right there, that's just about where your finger goes, and it's perfectly balanced. So, it feels really good in hand, balanced in hand. It's not blade heavy, handle heavy. It's just good. Clip, I talked about that. No hot spots. Barely notice it. Sometimes I can feel it, but it doesn't bother me. Again, they thought about it. Left this little flat pad right here for the clip to rest on either side. Left hand or right hand. And I just think this is an awesome EDC knife. I don't think I've ever carried a knife for 31, 32 straight days in a row. And I really don't want to stop carrying this. Like I said, I got a few knives I want to revisit so I can do the reviews. But, even though I think this is a great knife, there's a couple of things about it that you could say are not so good. Maybe, bad. One is the sharpening choil. That is just so goofy looking. I know why it's done that way. This part right here goes around. That's what the Axis Lock catches onto. You can see. So I know why it's like that. I don't think it looks so good, and it's a pretty wide spot when trying to laser through a bunch of cardboard and stuff. You can catch the material in there and get hung up. It's happened a few times. I noticed it when it happened. It's like, dang thing, move back a little bit, and there I keep on going. But that's one thing that kind of stands out to me as not being the greatest. There's no jimping up here. It's not really needed. Most of the time I do hold it back here. This is how I hold it, right on the handle. Sometimes, you know, you want to bear down. You have this flat spot to put your thumb. It'd be nice if there was a little jimping, but, you know, it's not really needed. Another thing I've noticed when I'm trying to make cuts like this, and I have my index finger down the blade, with that switch, that is pretty, the spine is pretty thin. Doesn't give you too much. Your finger can rock on it. If you're really bearing down with your index finger, that can, you know, get a little bothersome after a little bit. But, you know, I know it. I kind of expect it. Doesn't really bother me. I've made quite a few cuts like this. I survived it, but maybe the wedge wasn't quite as long. Maybe it was shorter, kind of like the bug out. You can see it tapers more. Do have more, just a little bit more to do that with a bug out. It's not as uncomfortable as this can get, but other than that, that sharpening choil, I'd prefer a little jimping right there, and this can be bothersome if you're doing a lot of cuts like that, kind of in the pinch grip, and you're using your finger for a guide. Does rock, you know, kind of wears on you after a while, but that's it. That's the only thing I could come up with to complain about. That's probably the biggest issue. I've gotten quite a few, you know, pieces of material caught in there, and so I can find something to show what I mean. All I need is a little piece of cardboard. I can't really find anything. There we go. This is what I mean when you're slicing, which, I mean, come on, that's, can't get no better than that, but sometimes you can catch in there, just like that. So you gotta be aware of that. Don't go all the way back on something and really no issues. If I happen to do that, you know, definitely notice that's happening. Yeah, you just move back a little bit, keep on going, and it only happens a few times. But yeah, I guess that's about it. My opinion on this, I absolutely love it. It's been my EDC for over, you know, a month, and it's going to continue going in my pocket for quite a while, and I definitely recommend it. If you like the bug out, but you think it's a little bit too thin, too light, not sturdy enough, you know, you want something a little beefier, a little harder use, the Mini Presidio II is an excellent option in place of the bug out. You know, especially the Grivery scaled ones, the original ones. This thing, this one I think is just awesome. So yeah, I guess that's it. You'll be seeing this in, you know, top 5 most carried knives of the month for quite a while, I would imagine. And I guess that's it. You know, if you like these videos, hit that like button. Leave a comment down below. Leave a comment, especially if you have one of these, what you really think of it. I've made it known that I love this one. Guess that's that. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And until the next video, bye.